What's up, YouTube? Agent the Kid back with another reaction video. Today we got a film theory, the tragic world of Arthur exposed, bro. PBS Kids, Arthur, you know what I'm saying, bro? Everybody grew up off Arthur and freaking Buster, DW, you know what I'm saying? All the whole crew, you know what I'm saying? Every day when I'm walking down the street, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I remember me and my brother used to be at the table eating breakfast, bro, watching Arthur, watching the other shows on PBS Kids, bro. So, hey. They gonna try to ruin our childhood, man. Click off if you don't want your childhood ruined, bro. So, man, let's get it.
You know, looking back, Arthur might not be the wholesome PBS Kids cartoon that we all thought it was. I
What do you
mean, we
mean
had
by
an
that?
episode where everyone in school struggled with addiction to strange ingredients in the candy bars that they were eating. That's certainly concerning. And the whole
Bro.
world seems to operate under unspoken societal prejudices and hierarchies. I mean, did your 6-year-old self ever notice the fact that reptile characters are only ever shown to be doing jobs with heavy manual labor? It's true. It's almost
No.
enough to make you ball up your fist in anger. But there's one other dark truth about this show that you might have missed back in preschool. Heck, that the adults watching this with their kids have still missed to this day. A dark truth that'll make your brain melt. And that,
What
my
the heck?
friends, is what we're covering today. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film Theory, the show that
Alright,
has
what's
an
good,
original
bro?
point of view, just like
I
everyone
need to
that you
subscribe
meet
to
when
bro,
you're
actually.
walking down the street. Here's a question for you. What's the longest-running American cartoon? If you said The Simpsons, well, you probably also watched our King of
Family
the Hill
Guy?
episode, and you're right. Congratulations.
What?
So you know what the
I
second
thought it was Family Guy.
longest-running cartoon in America is? It's our buddy, Arthur the Aardvark, who's been growing up while learning family-friendly lessons on our TV screens since 1996. This would be the part where I
Dang.
say only
That was
90s
like
kids will
60
remember,
years
but
ago.
after 22 seasons, Arthur is still on the air. It's wild that my son
How?
can grow up watching the same shows that were on TV when I was a kid. And I'm glad that
No,
Arthur
bro.
never left, because every kid ought to grow up in a world where we can learn to work and play and get along with each other. Arthur's
Dog. If my, like, bro, when I have kids, if my kid, talking about, I grew up on Arthur, freaking fruit fly. But hey, if my kid talking about bro grew up on Arthur, just know he is cat, bro. Real 2004 baby. You know what I'm saying, bro? Stop playing, kid.
also one of those shows that's great to go back to as an adult, because a lot of the jokes were totally put in there for the parents who had to watch whatever their kids were watching. And if you were a kid, well, you probably missed a lot of those references the first time around.
Facts.
Sorry, Sue Ellen. It's a brother and sister race. Maybe there's a contest for lonely children after this. It's only children, DW. A lonely child is what you're gonna be when I sell you.
Holy
Oh.
jeez, Arthur! When you sell your
I'm just a
sister?
lonely
What are
child.
you gonna do? Run away. Literally. Join the circus.
My mom knows a good plastic surgeon.
But there's another thing that you might have missed when watching Arthur as
Yo.
a kid. Something that's not so bright and cheery. It may be a wonderful kind of day, but
Don't
it
ever
wouldn't
show
be
that
Film
picture
Theory if we
again.
weren't willing to ruin those wholesome childhood memories by exposing the dark and tragic truths behind them. Now, if you're somehow one of the people who didn't grow up watching this PBS classic as a kid, Arthur
I don't
is a
know
show
how.
about an aardvark named Arthur and his sister DW. As
He's
they
an
go to school with their
aardvark?
friends, including a rabbit named
I
Buster,
thought he was a
monkey
raccoon.
named Francine, a bulldog named Binky, a bear named the Brain. Everyone in the world is an animal, in case you missed the pattern. And, that's pretty much what you need to know. In typical kids show fashion, they learn life lessons, they shade each
Hold
other.
on, I'm
You know how
finna go
the
back for a
Brain,
second, bro.
everyone in the world is an animal, in case you missed the pattern. And, that's pretty much what you
You know what I don't understand about like shows with like everybody's an animal. So why do you have like birds and stuff who are just NPCs who can't like talk, can't like you know what I'm saying, like 2 arms, 2 legs type stuff, like it's weird. SpongeBob be doing that too. SpongeBob got like jellyfish who can't talk and stuff, and I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna
know,
make
in
everybody an
typical
animal,
kids
make
show
everybody an
fashion, they
animal.
learn life lessons, they shade each other.
Equality.
You know how
Birds
polylocking works?
live,
That's where you keep
BLM,
your
Bird
most
Lives Matter,
special, important
and
thing.
Black Lives
I
Matter.
figured you'd want to put this in there.
No, thanks. I'm gonna put in a picture of my cat.
Oh.
And they burn the spelling of aardvark into your brain so completely that literal decades after you watch
Is
that
he a
one
rat,
episode,
bro?
you
What the?
still hear it in your mind.
Oh, that's Mr. Ratburn. Matter of fact.
A-A-R-D-V-A-R-K.
Okay.
A-R-D-V-A-R-K.
No joke, it is still how I remember how to spell that word. Even as I'm typing
I
this
never
up,
heard that song.
is playing constantly in the back of my brain. And that's what you get if you're the target
ARDVARK.
demographic. But if you've ever stumbled across an episode of this show as someone a bit older after learning about the birds and the bees, you might be wondering how, in a society of animals, interspecies romance works. But joke's
Hey,
on you. The
I
show is
don't,
already one step ahead of you. Despite
question
Arthur
none of
living in a
that.
society with many different types of animals, most families seem to be single species. Arthur and
Facts.
his sister DW are both aardvarks, and both of their parents are also aardvarks. Buster Baxter is a
Aardvarks are
rabbit
weird.
with 2 rabbit parents. Francine is a monkey with 2 monkey parents, and so on and so forth. Now,
She's a monkey? Bro, no way, bro. So how is she a monkey and Arthur's not a monkey, bro? Like, what? That just seemed
you are
racist, bro.
both aardvarks, and both of their parents are also aardvarks. Buster
And now,
Baxter is
I
a
have never
rabbit
seen
with
this
2
fool's
rabbit
dad.
parents. Francine is a monkey with
His
2
dad is
monkey
white, bro.
parents, and so on and so
With
forth. Now,
ears
we
attached.
do
I
know
don't
that
care.
interspecies romance isn't exactly taboo. For instance, back in 2019, Mr. Ratburn, who you might have already guessed
I've seen
is
this,
a
bro.
rat,
He's gay.
married an aardvark. And while that episode was apparently controversial enough to get it banned
Yeah.
from television in Alabama, I'm gonna wager that the outrage was more
So
about the fact
Alabama,
that Mr. Ratburn
y'all
was
be
a
y'all be
man
getting
marrying
with y'all
another
cousins, but
man,
y'all
and
gonna
not so much
ban
the
that.
fact that it was a rat marrying an aardvark. In this world, there's apparently nothing saying that an aardvark can't date or marry a rat, but when it comes to
Okay, bro, but
biology
like,
and reproduction, the Arthur universe seems to follow rules pretty similar to our own. If you're an aardvark looking to make some aardvark babies, you're
you
gonna
gotta
have
get
to
with a
find yourself another
aardvark.
aardvark.
Facts.
Or at least that's the way
It's
it
facts.
seems at first until you start digging deeper and you notice a strange trend. For instance, Molly and James McDonald. They're both rabbits, and while their father is a rabbit, their mom is a dog. Emily here
So
is
how is
also
that
a
not?
rabbit with a rabbit mother and a monkey father. And Carl is a rabbit who has an aardvark mother and no other parents that we can see. At first, these 3 examples might seem to disprove the idea that interspecies romance in the Arthur universe can't result in reproduction.
That
but
was
there's
coughing.
another thing that they all have in common. Molly, James, Emily, and Carl, the 4 characters
I thought these
who
were
all have
Buster's
at least one
siblings.
parent that doesn't match their own species, are all rabbits.
How you
That
got a
doesn't
monkey
seem like it can be a
father?
coincidence. In a world full of aardvarks, monkeys,
You've been
bulldogs, and
hit
all
by,
other kinds of animal
you've been
species,
struck
it
by
just
a
so
smooth
happens
nigga
that
move.
the kids who have
Criminal.
parents of different species all are predominantly rabbits. When you see a pattern like that, it's the kind of thing that raises questions and
See,
demands
you're not the
answers.
father.
The first question I had is whether there might be some particular quirk of rabbit biology that might allow them to breed across species. It's not unheard of for there to be genetic hybrids, after all. For instance, you may have heard of
I remember
bulls.
that,
Well, they're
bro.
the offspring of a horse and a donkey. There's also many varieties of zebroids, which result in crossbreeding zebras with other species. You know what you get when you cross a zebra and a horse? A zorse. What do you get when you cross
Well,
a
like,
zebra and a donkey? A
these
zombie.
animals are pretty
Those
much the
aren't
same
jokes. Those
freaking
are
animal.
actual real animals that can be created via crossbreeding. We assume
It's not
that
like you
Molly, James, Emily,
like you
and
freaking
Carl
breeding
were
a
all
monkey with a
rabbits based on
rabbit
their
and you get a
distinctive
rabbit. Like
rabbit-like
that's
features, but
what?
could it be that they're the result of some kind of crossbreeding? Well, the science doesn't seem to support it. Rabbits aren't genetically similar enough to dogs, monkeys, or aardvarks to crossbreed with.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You could
saying. A
argue that
horse
the
looks
Arthur
like a
universe has
donkey, and a
different
donkey
rules
look like a
here. After
mule.
all the animals are genetically similar enough to walk upright on 2 feet and speak to each other in English. But even if that were the case, it still doesn't explain why it's only rabbits that we see as the children in these interspecies relationships. However, there may indeed be a
Every day
biological
when I'm
explanation for
walking
why it's
down
always
that
rabbits who
street.
seem to be raised by non-rabbit parents. And it gets into some territory that has some pretty troubling implications for the wider Arthur universe.
Bro, quit
One thing
showing me
we've been
that
doing this
picture.
whole time is operating under the assumption that all of these rabbit kids are the biological children of the parents that they live with. But as we all know, the real world is full of plenty of examples where parents and children aren't related by blood. Obviously, adoption exists. And there are plenty of kids with divorced
True.
parents living with their step-parents.
Very
In short,
true.
the way I see it, there are 2 key possibilities potentially causing this trend.
All these kids
One,
are adopted.
divorce is more common in rabbit couples, or 2, rabbit children are getting put up for adoption more frequently. So let's start with
Bro,
possibility 1,
what?
divorce being common in rabbit couples. You see, this theory already seems plausible considering that divorce
It's a
exists
kid show,
in
bro. It's not
Arthur's
that
world.
deep.
Buster Baxter has parents who are separated, also a rabbit couple. And there's a real-world explanation for this. You see, real-world rabbits don't tend to mate with only one partner for their entire lifetime. They're not monogamous. You could say that they are
The-
hopping from partner to partner, which, you know, could produce some strain on a relationship when Bitsy Baxter over there is finding her husband Bo in the burrow with another woman. Except there's a problem with all this.
Hey,
Rabbits aren't
Lola
alone
Bunny
in
boy.
this cat-
Shoot, hey, if I was, bro, you married her, bro. You come home, you see me with Lola, just mind your
burrow with
business. You
another
know what I'm
woman.
saying?
Except there's a
It
problem
is what
with
it
all
is.
this. Rabbits aren't alone in this category.
So when you bundle your home and auto, you can save
Who
more.
wants a home and auto bundle
Lola
extravaganza?
bad,
Save it
boy.
on t-shirt.
Very, very few animal species are actually monogamous. It's mostly because it doesn't make sense from a genetic standpoint. Reproduction is all about ensuring the survival of your genes into the next generation. So you want
Whoa.
as many chances of
Family
that as
friendly
possible
channel.
with a relatively wide array of mates. Monogamy is costly because it requires an individual to place their entire reproductive investment on the fitness of their one mate. It's putting all their
Facts.
eggs in one basket, literally. And in
So if she
Arthur,
can't
we
have
see all
babies, then you
different
can't
animal
have
types,
babies.
from aardvarks to bulldogs,
Simple.
goats, monkeys, moose, pigs, sheep. In all, I
Unless you
counted about
leave or
20
cheat.
different
Whatever.
species of animal shown to be functioning members of this society. And the fact is, most of these types of animals would be dealing with the same marital issues if monogamy was really a concern in this universe. So it doesn't seem like divorce here is causing the issue, which means it has to roll up to option
Adoption.
2. Adoption. But why would so many bunny babies be put up for adoption in
I
this
mean, bro, who
universe?
wants a
Well,
bunny?
I think it's actually the
Just be
result
real.
of 2 contributing factors. You see, it's no secret that
I wanted a
rabbits
bunny
are
when I was like 6,
notorious
but now
for
I got
their
a
mating
dog. I
abilities.
don't really
The phrase
care.
breeding like rabbits is a thing that exists for a good reason. Rabbits are able to become pregnant early in life, with some species able to get the ball rolling, so to speak, as early as 4 months of age. Add to that the fact that the female is able to
Whoa, 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 bro. So, you were just born. What are you doing pregnant, bro? You already out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? What the,
rolling,
bro?
so to speak, as early as 4
You could jump it
months of age. Add to that the fact that the female is able to get pregnant for all but 3 days per
dude to
month, and you've
dude.
got yourself a wide open window for babies. Now, that alone would be pretty
4 months
unique
is
in the animal
crazy.
kingdom, but there's another few factors that make rabbits incredible breeders. You see, a mother rabbit usually gives birth within 32 days of getting pregnant, and is ready to get pregnant again almost immediately after giving birth. So if they wanted,
Bro,
a
like,
mother rabbit
relax.
could have a litter of babies almost every month. Nearly 12 in a year, which is incredible. Compare that
That's
to humans,
nasty.
where the gestational period is
Bro, a rabbit is just a
266 days.
rabbit
So
is just a
what makes
rat that
rabbit
can jump
breeding
high.
truly insane is that each of those litters can have anywhere between 1 and 14 babies, with the average
Dang.
being 6. Compare that to other animals that we see in the Arthur universe. Aardvarks, 1 baby every 7 months. Monkeys, 1 baby every 2 years or so. Dogs,
Okay.
cats, foxes, bears,
That's like
you
every
name it,
year.
all of them have
Every
longer
other year.
pregnancies and smaller litters.
Every 3
Which
years.
means that there's going to be a lot more rabbits in this world than there are any other type of animal. And this
Okay.
is something that's actually confirmed by the show's character list. Looking through lists of all characters to have ever appeared in Arthur, you quickly see that there are nearly 220 unique rabbit characters that have shown up on the screen.
220?
The second most animal species is, as you'd expect, aardvarks, which clock in at around
How the heck?
170 unique characters.
Don't you
So
dare
that
say
number is
monkeys,
also
bro.
inflated since our main character is himself an aardvark, so the show is going to revolve around him and his animal type.
Yeah, I was like,
No other
wouldn't
animal
aardvarks be the
even
most,
comes
like,
close to
common?
touching the number of rabbit
Wow,
characters
y'all ain't
in the
want to put
show.
monkeys
Now,
up
it'd be
there?
tempting to
I
say
feel
that
you.
all these newborn bunnies are
Respect.
resulting in the parents abandoning some of their kids, which is terrible and awful, and quite honestly would make a pretty darn good dark twist for this episode on a show made for elementary school kids.
No,
but
it would
I don't
not.
think that's the case here. There isn't any scientific evidence suggesting that rabbit parents are any more negligent than parents of other species, and it also wouldn't explain why there are so many one rabbit households. Now, I think that there's something else at play here.
One
You see,
rabbit
there
households.
is one basic bit of biology that separates rabbits from pretty much every other species that we see on the show: lifespan. Let's go back to that character frequency chart, shall we, and compare the lifespans of the most common species that we see in the Arthur universe. Aardvarks, 18
Put some
years
respect
in the
on my
wild,
monkeys.
23 in captivity. Brown bear, 20 to 25 years in the wild.
He's a
Dogs,
bear?
10 to 15 years depending on the breed.
Bro.
Indoor cats, 13
That's
to
a
17
cat?
years. Brown spider monkeys, 27 years in the wild.
Wow,
33 in
spider
captivity.
monkey.
Rabbit, 1 to 2 years in the wild, 5 to 7 in captivity. To borrow from another kid's program,
Dang, y'all die quick.
Things is not like the
in the
Yeah.
world of Arthur, animal lifespans are probably going to be closer to what they would be in captivity.
Alright,
since
he a
Arthur and his
he a
classmates
bunny.
probably don't have to worry about things like natural predators. Unless, of course, I missed that episode where the brain has to learn to suppress his bear-like instincts to avoid devouring his classmates. But even when raised in captivity, rabbits rabbits have a much shorter lifespan than aardvarks, monkeys, dogs, and pretty much every other species that we see appear in Arthur, with the only big exception being rats. But then again, this is a 3rd grade rat in Arthur. Dude already looks like
Bro.
he's ready to put a mortgage on a house, so I'd say he's aging pretty darn fast. Now,
Bro, somebody
obviously,
check that man
everything that we
ID.
see in the Arthur
That man
universe
go
isn't
back to
gonna
the
be
elementary
one-to-one
to
with
have
real
fun.
life. These animals can stand upright on 2 legs, to walk down the street, and can learn to work and play and get along with each other. These animals seem to age at a rate similar to humans. While real-life rabbits are capable of breeding at ages as young as 4 to 6 months, Buster
That's
is
crazy.
8 years old and doesn't seem to have hit puberty
He's
yet. So
8?
if we adjust animal lifespans to human lifespans, like we see on the show, it would look a little something like this. Aardvarks, 97 years. Brown bear, 95 years. Dogs,
Okay.
42 to 63 years, depending on the breed. Cats, 63 years. Monkeys, 139 years. Rabbits, 24 to 42. And
Dang.
this, my friends, explains the thing that sent us down this rabbit hole in the first place, which is why there are so
Ha,
many
ha, ha.
rabbits who seem to have guardians of other species or just live in single rabbit families. The simple fact is that even if rabbits are starting families at ages as
Bro,
young
why
as
you gotta-
18,
why you
a
got
significant
Castaneda on your
portion of them
shoulder?
won't live long enough to see their kids finish school. With rabbit lifespans so short, it's no wonder that so many rabbit kids are being raised by non-rabbits. The surviving rabbit parent probably remarries out of desire to have a partner to raise kids with them. If this is common in the Arthur universe, it wouldn't be all that weird for this sort of thing to happen, which would explain why it's never commented on by characters in the show. Arthur has been on the air since 1996, and he's just one of those cartoon characters that doesn't age. He's been an 8-year-old
Facts.
3rd grader for over 23 years.
That's-
which,
bro,
gotta
you
say, is
sick.
probably a good thing. If the series
Bro, you're like
actually followed the
46
characters
and you're
for
still in the
23
3rd
years,
grade.
they might have
That's
already
sick.
gotten to the point where Buster's
Grow up.
classmates have to hold his funeral while everyone else is in the prime of their lives. That,
What?
of course, would be after the episode where Buster goes through his midlife
He
crisis
died?
somewhere in the middle of high school. Looking at all the life expectancies for the animals in the Arthur universe, Arthur the Aardvark actually has a pretty decent shot of outliving most of his other classmates. Maybe he really should marry Francine the monkey if he's looking for someone to spend his golden years with. Oh wait, he actually does. This is something that is confirmed in the show. They do wind up together, and strangely have a conversation about Buster.
There's Buster Baxter. Whatever happened to him?
Huh, whatever happened to Buster? Strange how
Ah.
those best friends don't wind up together in the end.
R.I.P.
And
my
notice
boy
how
Buster,
Arthur
man.
just doesn't respond in
Sheesh.
this moment. He just stares sadly off into the distance.
If you made it this
almost like
far,
he had a
man,
dear old
type
friend
R.I.P.
who
Buster
died
in
a
the
bit
comments,
too
bro.
early.
Dang.
And that, my friends, is my feel-good episode on the world of Arthur. Happy childhoods. And remember,
Just
it's all
ruined it,
just
bruh.
a theory. A film theory. And this episode was brought to you
Yeah, I
by
mess
the
with this dude,
subscribe
bro.
button. The subscribe button, helping this channel reach an arbitrary
And I'm turning on
milestone that'll get us a
notifications.
glorified paperweight. Subscribe button. You
Hey, man. My childhood is finished, bro. Buster done kicked the bucket, bruh. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, to make me feel better, y'all gotta like this video, comment down below, subscribe for more. Hope y'all enjoy it. Let me know what y'all think about my outro too. Hold on. Let me hit that for y'all. All right, man. We out. Peace.